All right, we live. So, let me get out of here. Oh, where you go? What just happened? We got lost. I got you. You hear me good?
Y'all.
That's all right. Hey, it happens. Stuff happens, man. Forget all of
I'm
that.
like, do not disturb. Hold on, look. Ain't nobody calling me all day.
Hey, it's crazy how they call you when you got something to do.
Right.
You feel me? Hey, listen.
Man.
Thank you, man, for scheduling the time for this. I appreciate it. I know how to schedule be and everything, and so like I said, this is definitely going to be more of a relaxed vibe, right? For this show, I was actually on the phone call earlier with another young lady, and she was expressing concern, right,
Mm-hmm.
about being able to, I guess, measure up, should I say? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And her ability to do certain things. And I think the one thing that I want to put out there, even as we go live, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that my goal, my personal goal as producer and writer for this show, is to make sure that we leave with the most valuable thing that we could leave with, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
from the show that I did, I have to say, right, hands down, the most valuable thing that I left with was a camaraderie with those other 9 contestants. Well, maybe 8. It might be one person ain't really feeling me a little bit, but 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 uh, but 8 contestants. And seriously, by the time we recorded in Atlanta, and by the time I got back on the road to make it back to Detroit, I had already had about 3 deals set up
Wow.
with people, you know what I'm saying, contestant wise. And I say by the time we got back here, within like a month, I probably got another 3. You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
Collaborate and write, because and you know this, Sonya, from your experience in the game. Networking is definitely one of the most undervalued, underused tool in
Mm-hmm.
business. And maybe it's because of social media, and we done sort of kind of lost our people in general have sort of kind of lost their way in their ability to communicate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not one of them people. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
so for me, I wanna make sure that I offer that up to everybody, that whether they make it as a contestant or not, right? To be able
Mm-hmm.
to put you in a room with other people that could be of value to you in your business. And so the only thing left for you to do is really have that conversation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um for and I don't know if I had a chance to tell you this part too, right? So
Uh-huh.
what we're looking to do, I've done like 2 drafts for the show, writing them out wise, right? But
Mm-hmm.
to be honest with you, they're just sort of blueprints or outlines. They're not final yet. And the reason they're not final is because I want to put a personal, customized touch on it once we meet everybody that comes in to the casting, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if there's any way that I can incorporate, I want to incorporate as many Detroit businesses as possible in the show. So it's bigger than the cast for me, right? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we have the 10 cast members, but we're going to bring in guest judges. We're going to bring in guest presenters. We're going to bring in maybe some speakers. I want to try to use, I've already got a lead on a few different brick and mortar businesses, right?
Okay.
That we can go to, you know what I'm saying, and shoot footage. That
Yeah.
way we get as many eyes on as many different things, Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
as possible. And so that's really the goal. That's one of the reasons why we're not planning to shoot until the spring of 26, right? So from
Mm-hmm.
October to that spring, not only are we going to be selecting the 10 contestants, right? But we're going to be also making contact with, we're going to pick from the casting call, we're going to pick like a top 30. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So it's not even going to be narrowed down. We're going to do about 30. If I can get 40 good people, I'm probably going to try to roll with 40. To be honest with you, right? Just so that I force myself to incorporate everybody into the show, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like I said, it's not about, it's not, I don't, and maybe that's, I'm being biased, right? But from my perspective, it's so not about a winner. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
if you do it right, you'll set yourself up to not only win once, but to keep winning. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um,
Yep.
the young lady that I was talking to earlier, she's from Florida, but she
Okay.
came back up here, and so she's real interested in doing the show. But she actually has a desire to move her brand, or to have her brand sort of have dual residency between Detroit and Atlanta. And you followed us over the years. You already know we done
Yes.
did shows in Atlanta, Alabama,
Everywhere.
Florida, all
Yes.
of that. And I said, baby girl, you ain't got no idea. That is probably way easier than you think. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so that's one of the reasons why I wanna have the show, and I want to bring the people together. And for you personally, and I just, we have that business relationship. I understand your desire, right, to progress. I love and admire what you do and how you represent Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Aw.
And securing her future. And so, on a personal note, that has always moved me to at least do whatever I can for you. But this right here, this show, might be the best thing that I can do for anybody, because the one thing that I've learned that we can do is put people in the room. Now, what you do after you get there, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying, right? But we could definitely put you in the room. So I guess the first question that I have for you, right,
Mhm.
is are there any expectations for you as far as this show?
You said expectations?
Yeah, yeah. Like, do you have any expectations as far as this show?
Um, just I don't know, just building a bond with everybody. Just
Yeah,
like I said, just networking. Networking is like the biggest
man.
key, and just to leave with some knowledge, some stuff that I
Mm,
don't know, to leave with that. Because
hmm.
I mean, it's something to learn every day.
Man, who you telling? Who you telling? Are you? Is there anything in particular that you might will be interested in learning about? Um.
Um, Probably more of the like getting a grant or anything for the business. There's something
Mhm.
like on the financial
Okay.
side,
Okay. And
like
raise
writing up
the capital.
grants and everything like that. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. I
yeah.
haven't. I don't think I put that in any of the drafts, but there definitely has been people that have asked me about, that, or any type of capital raising ventures.
Mhm.
um like I was telling her, I'm not sure exactly what role that I'm gonna personally play, but one of the things that I have all intentions of doing, right, is
Mhm.
sharing my secrets. Like, I don't know if my secrets are valuable to anybody, right? But I get faced with the same challenges like any other business. I've faced the grant writing challenges. I've had to apply for grants,
Mhm.
but I also have, right, is some other ways of doing things to suffice, right? Whether, because with the grants, you either get approved or you don't, and so you're not really
Right.
in control of that. And I know for
Right.
me in my business, I like to be in control a little bit, you know what I'm saying, at least
Mhm.
of the outcome of things. And so there are some things that I do that sort of help us secure capital, which is basically the reason why we would apply for a grant. And I definitely plan on sharing some of those things on the show. I think the biggest thing for me, right, is making sure that no matter what each challenge that we are moving to for the episode, that we begin that challenge sort of having what did I call it? I'm losing my thought process. At the beginning of each challenge, instead of making it so divisive where we see 9 or 10 contestants ready to go at each other, I
Mhm.
really want to begin each challenge sort of with that sort of that mind that man, I cannot think of the word that I'm looking for. But basically, I want to begin each challenge where we all sit down as a group, right,
Okay.
and talk about how we attack or see each challenge.
Okay.
Like I said, raising capital has definitely been something that has come up, with a
Mhm.
few different candidates, right? So if I don't have it in there directly, I think I'm gonna put it in there. But when we get to that part and we're talking about raising capital, I think one of the things that I want to see from a production side is each entrepreneur or industry leader sort of letting us in their world on how they see this issue. You get what I'm
Mhm.
saying? How they
Mhm.
deal with this issue. If there's a few people that have excelled at obtaining grants, all right, then can you share with us some of the tricks or trades that you've
Mhm.
learned in doing that? If there's people that have failed, share your failures, right?
Mhm.
Because to me, that's the only way that we're gonna get better. I don't want to pit people against each other, and I know competition tends to do that a lot,
Right.
but at the same time, like I said, I've been doing so much business since I left that show. I said, wait a minute, it got to be another way to do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Where
Mhm.
everybody should be able to win. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mhm.
So I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind. Was there anything else that you might be interested in talking about or dealing with?
Um, no, just learn. Like I said, just learning something different from everybody. Just
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, learning. Like
How important? How
I'm willing
important
to
is learning?
learn.
How much have you learned? How much have you learned I guess that's a crazy question, though. Like, but how much how much have you learned since you got started? Because y'all started Brooklyn's Fun Accessories in what year? What year was that?
What's that? 2019.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So
it's
it's
gonna
been
be
about
6
6
years
years.
this year. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
How what's the draw me a picture of the difference between what you're struggling with in 2019 versus what you're struggling with in 2025.
Um, Thinking everybody was gonna support me,
Nah.
and everybody is not meant to go
Yeah,
on this journey with you.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That
Yeah.
so how were you able to like what helped you to be able to come to that conclusion and sort of be at peace with it?
Cause I kept focusing on who was not supporting me instead
Mm.
of me focusing on the people who was there for me and supporting it. And
Hmm.
like I would have some people be like, look, like take that off of social media. Don't do this, don't do like what
Yeah,
about the people that's supporting you? Them are like
yeah,
the important people. I'm like,
yeah.
you right. You are so right.
See,
So yeah.
that's crazy because in business we call that our market, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Our market is the people whose issues that we solve in our business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately they become our supporters. And I think I definitely know it's something in there about locating and finding your market because if you don't, and we learned that firsthand, you know, even and what was even crazier for us when we started with our own radio station, you know, that wasn't our first rodeo. We had been in radio before. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we have been at another online radio station, and even before that online radio station, we had been at a local radio station, FM 88.1, even before then. And so I don't know, it was a crazy thing that happened, but we had like some supporters that messed with us before we got our own station, and then when we got our own, I don't know, it got a little bit shaky. It was almost like we lost credibility. So we went
Mm-hmm.
through that, you know what I'm saying, firsthand. But one of the things that helped us, you know, get peace about it was after we started finding and connecting with people like y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'll call y'all my people. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For
Like the
real.
and the Rosy Cheeks and Lola and Katisha
Man.
and you know y'all to me. You know what I'm saying?
Look, y'all been there since day one with
Man,
Brooklyn, okay? Her
man.
very first radio, her commercial. Y'all did her
Wow.
very first commercial and very first interview.
Wow. And
Yes.
that's crazy to be on that journey for so long, but I'm proud.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm proud of both us and you, right? Because we still here.
Yes.
We've seen a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people fall off. Like we've seen a lot of people, and I know you can probably attest to that too, right? A lot of people that was doing some stuff in 2019 that ain't doing as much. So I feel like it's nothing but grace. You know what I'm saying? That allows us to really be here and to keep going. What you know for this making the mogul concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
The name is so catchy and it got people's attention, and I'm grateful for that, right? But I think now we really have to hone in on our identity as a show. um like I was telling you before, we're going to pick the top 30 contestants on October 18th. But I want to create a movement where our contestants are working with our production team, that are working with our supporters and our viewers, and we come in and we sort of say introduce us to the world and say this is what we got going on in the city of Detroit.
Yes.
You know what I'm
That'll
saying?
be dope.
You
Yes.
feeling that?
Yes.
So I feel like though, because of that, there may be some pressure on there for me, but the message that I want to make sure that the people see is that the Making the Mogul show is really centered around the process. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be one of them floozy people trying to show like we already the moguls, because we ain't. We got bills, we got overhead, we got, you know what I'm saying, like the
Mm-hmm.
shit that we gotta make. But to me, that is the true essence of being a mogul. My question for you is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, how willing are you, right, to really show the good, the bad, and the ugly, you know, in this process?
Very willing, because it's not easy. It is not easy. I be wanting people to see what we are going through
Yeah,
behind the scenes, because
yeah,
everything you see on the internet,
man.
it's like edited, like, okay, we doing this, we doing that. But no, I want you to see
Yeah.
exactly what gets done day by day in order to make this happen. So yes.
And that's it. That's if I could have chose my own title for the show, it probably would have been something like day by day. Because that's a lot of what a lot of people don't grab. Ooh, it's so many people in this phone right now. And I tell you, I do this full time now. I used to work at the plant. But when COVID happened and my plant shut down, I never went back. And so I stuck with doing this full time. And it's so funny to me because you'll talk to some people and what you do, and I'm a full-time entrepreneur and everything, and I think sometimes people think that means you got a lot of free time. I
Right.
know. Do you feel me?
Right.
No, I might be more busy than you. You're like, you know what I'm saying? What does that day to day look like with you as far as building your brand, even now in this moment?
Woo, on the phone
The
all
phone.
day,
Yes.
every day, because guess what? It's only me. So I'm
Yeah.
checking email. I'm trying to make
Yeah.
sure her social media up to date, trying
Yeah.
to make sure my social media up to date,
Yeah.
just get her website running, make sure her
Yeah.
inventory is straight. So
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Sometimes I wish I had a 9 to 5.
Woo!
You feel me?
But trying to work a 9 to 5 and try to do this,
And doing that,
it's
yeah, I
hard.
get it. But see, to me, in my opinion, that is what I want to show the world. Like, we're so used to seeing the finished project. My daddy used to say, "We got that microwave mentality. You think you're gonna stick it in for a minute and get what you get?" No, man, I've been doing the same thing every day for 4 years, and it still ain't panned out the way I want it to. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
to me, that is the process that I respect. That is the process that I honor, and to me, that is the process that actually builds the character of who a mogul is. I had planned on sharing this on the show, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there now. I had a friend of mine. I had a friend of mine. We was talking maybe about 10 years ago, and he was building a successful, profitable business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say what the business was, but it was successful and it was very profitable. And it drew me because I had never seen at that time a black man around my age building something that's successful and profitable. And one day we just got to kicking it, and he said something to me I'll never forget. He said, if you really, no matter what it is that you want to build, the process is simple. Work on it every day. He said you should never let a day go past without doing something that is building, taking you where you want to go, building your dream or anything of that nature. Even some days it might be 5 minutes, some days it might be 5 hours. But if you do it every day, it's going to happen. And I think that is definitely the basis of the concept of this show that I want to make sure that we highlight. And I don't want any of you all to feel pressured in trying to be that finished product, because we're not the finished product ourselves either. But at the same time, we're still, in my opinion, we're still worth showing to the world. We're still worth supporting. And I want to, and we've made a business, to be honest with you, we've made a business off of promoting and supporting those that have been looked over. We have. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? And a
I
lot of
agree.
times that's who I'm looking for. I'm looking for the ones that didn't make it to Fox 2. I'm looking for the ones that didn't get the exposure, that didn't. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because to me, those are the ones that embody the true character of who we are. Outside of the business, knowing who you are as a woman, as a mother, and your personality, what do you think will be your greatest asset to this group?
Um, I'm definitely a people person.
You are.
I am. I'm
You are.
friendly. I hate drama. I do
Yeah.
not like drama. If I
Yeah.
see anything that has drama, I'm to the
Yeah.
left, to the right. I
Yeah.
can't. And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm always the person that tries to bring people together.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see an issue or something, I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, maybe you need to do this, or maybe y'all need to sit
Right.
down and talk for a minute or something like that. So yeah,
Sounds like problem solving. You sound like an
pretty
entrepreneur.
much. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
You sound like an entrepreneur over there, Lasagna, for sure.
I've always been like that though.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, yeah. Many are called, but few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this path is definitely going to reflect the paths of a lot of people that have been chosen, to do this. So, like I said, I ain't got much questions for you because I understand you, as an entrepreneur, but I wanted to get the footage because what we really want to do is try to incorporate as many of the contestants and the businesses on our first pilot episode. We haven't yet released the date for the official airing of the show yet, but I want to get all of this footage together so that we have it. So once we hone in on that date, we can go ahead and lock it in. Do you got any questions for me as far as like the show or anything?
Um, what is it for like when you actually do like the taping and stuff? Like how
Mhm.
long? Like how long is the process? Like
We're planning to shoot. I tell you what, the total shoot will not exceed 7 days.
okay,
Will they be seven consecutive days? Maybe or maybe not. But that will be finalized probably after, well, not probably, after the casting call.
okay,
So that's gonna give me a better idea of how we want to do it, especially since we got so many offers from the or we've got a few offers from the brick and mortar buildings. And so that sort of kind of threw a monkey wrench in my original plan because my original plan was to just get us all together for a week or two and shoot it. But
mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like I really want to take advantage of the brick and mortars that have offered themselves, and plus this exposure for them as well. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? So we're probably like I said, it won't take more than 7 days total. But the good news is we had that time from October to spring so that I can give y'all as much advance notice as I can and we can sort of schedule it out and map it out accordingly, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll definitely have more updates with that by November, for sure. And then I'll let you know because it might be some surprises.
Of
It might be some
course.
surprises in there. It might be a couple little surprises. I ain't gonna do too much, you know what I'm
Of
saying?
course. That's gonna
It
make
might
it even funner. Look.
it might be some surprises in there, so just be ready. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
at the end of the day, it's definitely gonna be productive. It's gonna be fun, and we're going to grow. I can guarantee that we're all growing. I plan on growing. You know what I'm saying? Even as a result of the show. So yeah, if that answer, you got any other questions?
No, but I just
You
want to
ready,
thank
ain't you?
you for this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to thank you for this opportunity. Like,
yeah.
seriously, like, I cannot thank y'all enough for the support. Like,
Mm,
y'all really been with us, like, literally from day one. People do not understand that.
mm,
Like, I
yeah,
appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have grown tremendously. Like, I absolutely love it. And y'all are
yeah.
not selfish people. Like, y'all
Thank
literally help others. Like, y'all, I see
you. Yeah,
that every
yeah.
day, all the time. So,
Yeah,
kudos to
I
y'all, like for
appreciate that, man.
real.
I'll be like, do
Y'all
they
is
see
dope.
it? We be over here arguing with ourselves. Yeah, people don't even know. We be fighting and everything. Be like, we gotta help Brooklyn. We gotta help that one too. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all are so dope. I swear, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
y'all.
I appreciate that, and shout out to Kayla and Ange, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because like seriously, it started out with a vision, but you know, they execute. You know what I'm saying? And the passion is there, and it's a blessing to be connected to more people like you, right? Because it's sort of it motivates us to keep going. It
Mm-hmm.
really does. God is good, and He's
Oh,
been good to
yes.
us, and because He's been good to us, we can be good to people. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
motivating to see that come back full circle. And I promise you that Brooklyn, ooh, child. I don't know if the world ready for her, man.
I know,
I,
right?
I don't know.
I don't
I,
even be ready for her certain days.
I
Look,
know, right? I know, right. That Brooklyn, man. So we definitely, and I've already had somebody ask me already, would we be open to doing this for kids or for youth? So, right, you already know. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna jump too far into the gun yet. We gonna get this one done and then see what happened. But yeah, like, I feel like this is gonna be something special, and I'm hoping that we live up to you all's expectation, or even exceed you all's expectation, so that this can keep going for our city and help even the people that come in after us, like for real, for real.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna keep you that long. Like I said, that was it. I know you already, so I ain't got to find out too much about you. But I'm gonna make sure that for one, for anybody else that's watching, if you would want to, if you want more information about the Making the Mogul show, make sure that you go and follow all our social media. It's Making the Mogul. So on Facebook, we got Making the Mogul. We have the Making the Mogul Full Disclosure Group. On Instagram, we have the Making the Mogul page. All of those pages have links where you can fill out our inquiry forms, and we'll get back to you and get you more information about the show. Or if that was just too much for you to handle, give us a call, 313-217-1588. I'm gonna repeat that one again, 313-217-1588 or 313-880-7853, and we'll get you set up. We will still be having the in-person live casting call October 18th at the International Institute of Metropolitan Detroit. Sit right next to the Detroit Institute of Arts, October 18th from 2 to 5. But you want to get signed up because we only got limited spots and they signing up already. So I can't guarantee everybody will be able to walk in and be seen. So make sure y'all call one of those numbers if you're really interested. Thank you so much, Lasonya, for I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But thank you so much for carving out this time. And I'll definitely be in touch with you and let you know what further steps are going to be taken, probably right after the casting call, to be honest with you. That way you can get a jump start and we can make sure you got everything that you need for us to move forward, man. Cool?
Okay.
All right,
Yes.
man. We
Thank
out of here,
you.
man. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you. You too.